What's up everyone and welcome back to Noobs in Disguise. The concept is very simple: one anonymous replay, two professional StarCraft 2 players and one guess each to figure out what the MMR of our blue Terran is going to be. As always, I'm joined by Lambo and today we have a Terran versus Zerg from the North American ladder. What's up, buddy?
Hello, hello. I'm here to get better at guessing the MMR of different players. And one thing that I've noticed is that I always go too high, I feel like. So my goal today is to just not go too high. I'm gonna go super low. And maybe then I'm just about right.
I love the thought here. Absolutely loving it. I'm also loving this opener here coming out of Just Cookie with a low ground depot, followed up by a barracks next to it, single gas, and now two SCVs that get sent down, and one more barracks, and then perhaps one more barracks. Okay, I'm not entirely sure about the execution of this build order, but I think that the initial thought was somewhat okay.
Yeah, this is not the real build order of 3x Reaper. It is 3x though before 2 gas, which that part he has gotten down correct, but he skipped SCV production, which you're never supposed to do.
Yeah, I also built 2 barracks at exactly the same time, which that usually also is not the correct way.
Yeah.
I think you're supposed to get second gas before the orbital command, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, see who knows his Terran builders.
Yeah. When it comes 3x Reaper. That one's very useful if you want to get some cheeky, easy wins, perhaps in TVT or in TVZ. Could even work in TVP, is what I've heard. You know, rumor on the street is that these 3 or 4x Reaper builds are not as easy as they are made out to beat as stalls. We have the first 2 Reapers now coming out as the Zerg, just with a very standard opener. Third Overlord is already out. And we have speed starting as well. No pulling out of gas. So we have a, what is this? A spine crawler after scouting just 2 barracks. That's kind of interesting.
It's interesting. It's also wrong. This is not. You don't need a spine crawler to defend Reapers, especially from the other side of the map. So yeah, I think it's a little bit of an overreaction, but he's making 2 spines. It's a big overreaction now. But in his defense, it is 2x Reaper, so it's not quite as bad. If this was actually 2x Reaper, this would be awful. Oh my god, he actually got a Reaper as well.
It is some high tier.
He killed his own Link too. Not so high tier.
Even better. High tier stuff right now. Spinecrawler is gonna defend at least a part of this mineral line, as our Terran player will now decide to move in towards the natural. Spinecrawler gets a kill there on 1 Reaper. Quick pull away on those drones as well. The Queen hasn't injected, I think, a single time yet. Now we're gonna see that first inject in the natural. We have an inject that happened in the main as well 15 seconds or so ago. More and more Reapers being sent out as a CC does end up going down. What actually is the ideal response versus this particular build order, the 3x Reaper?
Just having quick speed and then making Zerglings off of like 24, 25 drones, so that if the Reapers stay, you can surround them. And then the most important is to get your links out on the map behind the Reapers, which forces the Reapers to go back home because they could get surrounded at any moment. So it's like making a lot of links at 25, about 25 drones, till you have enough till the speed finishes, and then you just make drones and take a third base. That's usually the correct call. The Terran, by the way, has not been producing SCVs very frequently here. Yeah, he's made I think 1 SCV in the last minute, so his economy is not looking too hot.
Yeah. That is not brilliant, as this hatch is not gonna get cancelled either. Reapers will get a very valuable kill over there. So despite the Terran's lack of SCV production, eco is going to remain somewhat similar for, well, a bit longer, I guess. Although it's not that similar right now. Zerg actually significantly outmining the opponent. We're going up to 4 gas already as well. So in my mind, this is going to stay with mass Reaper production for quite a while then, no?
Yeah, for sure. I wonder though why he then went double eBay instead of extra barracks. Because the upgrades don't really affect, especially armor upgrades. Like if you get on top of Reapers, they just die. So I'm not sure why he's getting a double eBay instead of extra barracks. But he's taking out the spawning pool right now. The spines are very weirdly positioned. Especially the top spine makes not a whole lot of sense having it there. I also don't know why the Zerg is getting Roachhorn and Baiting Nest.
Double the fun. If you get both, then you can choose still which one you want, the Roach or the Baneling. Personally, I would prefer seeing some roaches here. These Reapers are going absolutely berserk at this moment. Spine is even going to get targeted down. Drones are forced to pull off the line as 5 roaches do start right now. This is starting to look better and better for the Terran. It would be even better for this Terran player if the massive bank would be used somehow, some way. Whether that's for upgrades, extra command centers, extra barracks, I don't even really care. We finally see 1-1 starting, despite these eBays honestly being done for over a minute at this point. There's still 720 minerals in the bank. That is a lot of money, given that the actual income is about 700 to 800 minerals per minute here for Terran, because he's only on 22 workers.
Yeah, that's nuts. I mean, if he actually was producing SCVs, he would be throwing even more probably, so... maybe that's why he's not doing it. As the Zerg is taking a ninja base, which I think is actually quite smart, because he's properly contained due to the way he's defending the Reapers, which is with mass spine crawlers. So he would never actually be able to take a normal third base, so I actually think the ninja base is pretty smart here from good old Pork.
Yeah, do like that quite a bit. It's a decent roach force at this point. If these roaches just kind of mirror the Reaper movement, don't think Zerg ever should lose anything major here anymore, especially given that there's 3 spine crawlers as well in the natural. There's 2 spines in the main. These should be capable of at least buying a little bit of time. Armory now on the way at home for just Cookie. As is this more barracks? Yeah, okay. 2 more barracks on the way as well. Reaper still continuing being rallied up. Love to see just a 3rd CC being thrown on at some point as well, but I guess money isn't really an issue at this moment. Reapers have entered the main base. Did manage to start actually trading against these roaches. One grenade bobs a lot of Reapers out of the way there. How many roaches, like what is the roach to Reaper ratio for roaches to have a good fight? Do you know that?
I would say 1-to-1, but it's mostly important that you don't just constantly get grenaded. Like at some point the roaches just don't do anything. And then once you have roach speed, they just get way better. It's important that enough roaches shoot so that you start one-shotting Reapers, so they can just kite back, which needs to be 4 at a time, I think. Or maybe even 3 is enough. Oh, he actually finds the base. That's huge.
Yeah, that's a very big deal. Reaper man now is gonna send all of his Reapers over there. There's 5 Reapers still in production. I wonder if this is what he does every single game. You know, I feel like we're getting a look into his soul right now, you know, into his deepest wish. But is this really how he plays every game? Or sometimes people just start playing this type of stuff after losing a very bad game against her. You know, now I've had enough. These stupid links and banelings. They built 5 barracks, double E-base. Never build anything else again, just pure Reaper. Or maybe this is just what he does every single day. And I feel like with the gas timings, he has his own little plan, you know? He kind of has a clue as to what to do.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think for sure this guy does this a whole lot. His 2-2 was on point, by the way he started it. He's also been pretty good with the grenades.
Yeah, that's true.
Considering the macro, I think his micro is more advanced than his macro, I would say.
Yeah, but to be fair, the macro is rather lackluster. We're 8 minutes into the game. Without having lost a single SCV so far. We're at 33 workers, which is difficult to do. 4 turrets now start, 6 turrets now start. So he's already anticipating the Spire, which just went down very recently. Reaper's trying to go in towards the main base, trying to perhaps snipe a little bit of a spine crawler there. 3rd CC is done. Still producing pure Reaper though, so has all of these turrets, but doesn't really want to build an anti-air army at any point, I guess.
If Cookie would actually transition into a normal bio army, he would win 100%. Like, he's gonna have 2-2. He would have 2-2 Marine, well, basically just 2-2 Marines against Roach Muta. I don't think you even need tanks there against the Roaches to have a good fight, but I kind of doubt that he's doing that. So I really like the Muta choice. You can also see that he's, you know, he realized, okay, my opponent just keeps playing on 2 base. It has to be Muta. I think it's a good call that he's making the turrets, because without them he would just be dead. But I really wouldn't mind seeing a stim research, because at some point he needs to add Marines, right, against Mutas.
Or Thors. Straight into Thors from here. Reaper Thor. That's the real composition right there. Very manly. He's fighting all the time. He's going in. No problem for him. I love that that our friend Pork has tried re-expanding to the exact same proxy again. That got spotted. Then tried expanding a proxy at the 9 o'clock. That also literally got spotted instantly. Right now, Pork is already, you know, he's brewing up an essay on how his opponent is a map hacker, because every single time he's built a proxy edge, it got spotted instantly. It's down 4 upgrades now. There's 28 Reapers versus 35 Roaches. How big is this? Like, if they were to fight right now with 2-2 versus 0-0, do the upgrades really matter or meh?
I think the Roaches would win the fight.
Yeah.
I do think, like, just Roach speed is more important than the upgrades here. The upgrades do matter a little bit, though. He's still searching all the proxy locations, by the way.
Yeah. The Zerg main base. I saw 3 Evos. I was like, oh, he's going big into upgrades, but I think he's trying to create a wall. This is not a wall.
This is not how you wall.
Yeah. I don't know.
It's very difficult to wall with Zerg buildings, though, to be fair.
Yeah, this also wouldn't be a wall with Protoss buildings, let me tell you that. Very difficult to wall with Zerg buildings, he says. There's a gap the size of the Grand Canyon in between the 2 right spines. Could fit a Nexus there.
He can rearrange the spines still, right?
Yeah, but he's not gonna. He thinks this is correct. Oh my god, this is also Zerg
if there's 2 spines next to each other, can the Reapers pass through them?
Yeah, God knows. Probably. Can
I
they?
feel like it's not even... I don't know.
With spores, surely they can, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Feels like it. The spores, they don't occupy a lot of space. Yeah, kind of small. First, 4 Mutas are on the way. We also see a transition into the Hydralisk then. So, a lot of tech here. I'm still surprised that despite the lateness of the 3rd base for Pork here, that he's up 50 supply. It's actually kind of impressive in a way. There's a planetary at the 3rd base. There's now a planetary in between the 3rd, the 4th, and the natural. And there's a planetary at the 4th base as well. So, kind of going ham here with the defensive structures. These 5 Mutas are being somewhat countered by the 2 Vikings that are out. At least, if you fly them above turrets, I think these Vikings can do an okay job. As the Reapers do start fighting against the Roaches. Grenades so far hitting the Reapers more than the Roaches. We have some okay-ish kiting as the Mutas do get spotted finally. 3-3 about to finish up by the time that 1-1 is halfway for the Zerg player. So, huge upgrade lead. Eco very similar. Supply in favor of Zerg. What are we expecting here from Zerg?
Dude, I have no idea. Like, I think he should just make 20 Mutas, to be honest. The Terran right now is going Reaper Viking. That's the composition that he has chosen. And I don't think Reaper Viking can actually beat Mutas. I don't think Reaper Viking actually beats any unit composition. Any maxed out Zerg unit composition. Aside... Actually, yeah.
Mesling?
I can't think of anything. No, I think Messling would beat it, probably. I mean, if you're maxed with Reapers... I'm not sure.
I think it would be close fight, especially if you're down 6 upgrades. That would be rough for the Lynx.
If you're down 6 upgrades, yeah.
Oh, you're sticking to reality right now, Lambo.
If there's Banelings, though, I really doubt he's gonna make only Zerglings.
Yeah, but I mean, in a in a hypothetical scenario, yeah. We have the Lurker then instead. I like that as well. Lurkers are probably gonna be pretty good against Reapers. I haven't quite witnessed this particular interaction before, but I assume that the Lurker destroys the Reaper. We have a Hive on the way right now, so wants to get to that seismic spine as well. So the left side base gets cancelled for a 3rd time this game. So the Mutas are now going to clear these Vikings, I think. These Vikings have no real business being here. At the same time, Reapers are gonna basically 3-volley this hatchery and run away. It's actually pretty sick how fast they can pop in and out of this. Mutas will try to chase, but there's one Viking that acts as a distraction. The Mutas are gonna go on that instead. First 9 Hydras now on the way. 2nd Starport as the counter to Mutas is still going to be the Viking for now. There's some upgrades as well out of the eBay, by the way. I think we have the high-sec auto-tracking and now the building armor, the Neo-Steel armor. So these turrets are going to be powerful. We see the bunker also has more space. More Reapers can enter. And there's plenty of planetaries already, of course. So Eco actually looking quite good here for our Terran player.
It is looking good, yeah. Just his army is looking pretty ass. I mean, it's a very expensive army that he's making, but it doesn't scale that well. Do you think he has the grenade on rapid fire? Because if he plays like this every game, I think it would be very good to put it on it so he can throw like 10 grenades at a time.
That is good advice. I don't think he does. It's just pretty fast, these 4. He's now not throwing any. God. I think he's not watching his army, maybe. Actually,
dude, if he actually throws grenades, he would have destroyed this fight. He can literally throw consistent grenades so that the roaches just keep flying. But yeah, now against the Lurkers, can't really do anything.
Not a bad fight though. Reapers traded quite well there. Of course, they do have 3-3 versus 1-1, and the Lurkers weren't quite in range. Seismic Spines hasn't started yet. There's 11 more Hydras to pop off right now. 2 more Vikings in production. So the Mutas soon will be countered by the Vikings. And the Reapers will take care of everything on the ground, or at least that's going to be the plan.
Yep, Reapers is going here for another hatchery snipe at the original third base location. At this point, the Vikings are also in overwhelming numbers. He even picks off a couple of roaches on the way out, and he's been trading very well there. Picks off one lurker before they get to fire. The Zerg maybe doesn't know that there's lurker upgrades, because he still didn't start them. And I just realized maybe maxed out Reaper army could be the maxed out Hydra army as well. I feel like Hydras might just suck against Reapers. Obviously, you kill a lot of them as they approach, but...
Yeah, if you get some grenades in at some point, that would be huge. Yeah, also a quick balance suggestion, by the way. Do you believe that the lurker should get unburrowed after being hit by the Reaper grenade?
No, it shouldn't. but it would be very funny.
Yeah, bump it out. What? You throw a grenade in a tunnel, the people are gonna come out of the tunnel. It just seems weird that the lurker is gonna take damage from it, but no other effect. Hydras that were morphing into lurker here will get cleared as the Reaper. Oh my god, they're now walking into lurkers. That's not good. Oh no.
They're trapped, dude. If he moves the lurkers on the left side, the Reapers are trapped.
Yeah, they did. No chance that he's
Please
moving
move the lurkers.
Yeah. He actually scans on top of it and gonna try to kill a lurker. Almost succeeds, as one lurker does go down to 97 health. Slightly over half health. It only cost him 40 Reaper, so really not that bad of a trade if you don't pay attention to that. SCV's now being rallied across the map. 3 planetaries have started behind this. 2 of those located at the third base, which already was a planetary. Now 2 more planetaries are morphing at the fourth base. So we have 2 more CCs being built on the right side. I think this is the highest amount of planetaries that I've seen in my entire life that are now being constructed. We're gonna go up to like 9 planetaries. And that's on 6 days.
Yeah, he will have more planetaries than barracks at this point. Which is very impressive. I mean, I don't see like nothing that the Terran does actually counters lurkers. Like I don't know how the Terran actually ever plans on winning a fight in this game. I feel like he might have just uploaded this, you know, to balance fan about lurkers. But you can't really balance fan if you play Mass Reaper Viking.
Well, trust me, they can. He just doesn't hold any water. Bottom left base, I think, got taken out for the 4th time or 5th time now, as the Terran is very keen on denying that particular base. Terran, let's not forget, is still up 2 bases as well, so should be mining a decent amount more than the opponent. The Lurker army, however, is looking very powerful. 21 Lurkers versus 22 Reapers. That's a fight that's going to be rather one-sided. Not entirely sure what the Vikings' plan is either. Of course, we still have planetaries that don't really cost supply and don't show up in the unit tab, but will help in fighting, at least a defensive fight. So the Lurker army now starts moving towards the left. And the moment this attacks, I think the only thing that Cookie can really do is go for a counterattack.
Yeah, he has to go for a counterattack. The planetaries buy time. They don't really do anything in the fight because they get outranged. But they at least buy some time, so I think counterattacking now would be the perfect play. There is no way you engage into this. What even are the Vikings doing here? Like, they're just flying around, completely useless, and in the same hotkey as the Reapers.
They did clear 2 lurkers before they got the burrow there. That was pretty sick. So planetary on the left is gonna get taken out. 5 lurkers are moving back home. There's really no defense at all at home for our Zerg player, as the Reapers are showing off. Vikings could now start attacking Overlords if they would like to. Can also just stare at the hatchery if that's what they prefer.
There's a lot of Hydras in the natural. If he actually finds those Hydras, he can kill them. I think it's looking quite good for him. A lot of Lurkers on the move towards his base as well. Look how fast the Hydras disappear. The Lurkers around. Good focus fire. He gets all of them. Unbelievable plays.
Look at this, Clem. You don't need Marines or Ghosts or tanks. Mass Reaper is the way, baby. 133 supply. LOL, says Pork.
Easy. Oh no.
Oh no. He's an idiot. Yeah, just no shot this guy is Smurfing. Oh no. Why would you say easy? This guy struggled building workers for 5 minutes straight. No.
I feel like there was a very high chance that the Zerg just made, after the easy comment, just 10 more lurkers and sit in the main base, and the Terran can't clear it.
He's gonna struggle for the next 5 hours. Oh no. Lol, lol, lol. Easy. Lol, lol, lol. Unbelievable. You know what my favorite part of this replay is? Is that the replay still goes on and that the Terran still actively plays as well. He's clearing every single building. I don't think this Terran is actually aware that he doesn't need to do this, but he wastes about 2 hours a day clearing every single building on the map to make sure that he gets the MMR or something. It's like, this guy's been hurt in the past by someone pretending to leave a game and pausing at the same time.
It happens. Has left the game.
Oh my god. Cookie and pork. What a match this was, Lambo. And as I'm overall ahead, I'll start with the guess. This is a very tricky one. First of all, because I think this type of game is a little bit more common on NA. You seem to play more wild stuff. And I'm just kind of wondering, how many wins can you get with mass Reapers? Now, I often play against a guy on the ladder that literally masses Reaper every single game, but he does build SCVs. And I think the skill of building SCVs is very important. He's about 5.2k. I think SCV building gives you about 1.5k MMR. So I'm going to go for... Wait, what was the math there? 3.7?
3.7.
Yeah.
That sounds way too high.
I go with 3.7. No, sure. It's too high? 3.7. I'll go for 3.7. Yeah. It's NA, don't forget.
I just want to not go too high for once. Okay. Usually I know the NA guesses, I tend to go too low, but my goal for today was to not go too high. I'm going 2,800. I think they were so bad at building workers, honestly.
Oh, Lambo. What did you say?
2,800.
2,800.
Yeah.
The server was NA. The submitter was Seki Haley, a Terran with 3,482 MMR.
Okay.
I just knew it.
I hit my goal.
Yeah, you were below it, so that's nice at least. The opponent was about 3,300 MMR as well. It's going to be North America for you. And that is going to be it for us today, Lambo. I think next week is the final episode of this season, if I'm not mistaken, if I kept track correctly. And then it's time for you to have to do whatever you have to do, you know? That's life. And then we'll start season 2 at some point as well. Maybe we make some change. Maybe we keep it the same. But new season, new chances for everyone involved. And that's going to be it for this week. Thanks everyone for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Be sure to hit the bell as well. And we'll see all of you next time for more Noobs in Disguise. Be sure to check out our other videos. Ciao, ciao.